Just in case they ain't get the picture the first time around.
I see you, hater. My motivator. Y'all make me greater. Yeah.
In the night, I'm gonna take it real. I give the world to you, oh my darling. You know I'd never do anything to hurt you. Wouldn't do one single thing for your back, 'cause I don't wanna rush you, baby. If I give me all my dreams come true.
Okay, we finished the sound deadener. We also ran our wires to our power seats. Now we finna get ready to install the carpet. Let me show you what carpet I got. I'm going with a orange because the interior gonna be like a basketball color, orange. Also, I got some floor mats. They're gonna be black. So let me show you what I got right quick. Then we'll start installing it. We got the new. We got the old. Everybody that been following the build know the interior used to be maroon. But if you haven't been following it, go check out all the videos. I had a playlist down in the description so you can get caught up. As you can see, the carpet wasn't too bad, just was dirty. But we got this here now. It's by ACC, Auto Custom Carpet. Pretty much all the carpet I done had got for old schools been from the same company, ACC. Then we got the mats. They from Monte. Monte specialized in G-body parts, Monte Carlos, SS, Monte Carlo and SS, El Caminos and Malibus, Cutlass, Regals, and more. You can order online at mikesmontes.com. So let's get these boxes open and I'll show you what I got. Alright, this is what we got. They put a little extra on it so you can trim it off so you'll have more than enough. I'm sure they don't want to put the exact size, then you start installing it, then it'll be too short. I know it's a wire harness go here. I'm gonna have to trim, and the seat mounts and the center console opening. Some more seat belts here. Then I got a seat belt mount here that I don't think I'm gonna use the original seat belts for that mount there. I'm gonna go to the yard and grab some out of Camaro or Impala so I can use the mounts just on the seat. This is what the original looked like in the aftermarket. I think the padding a little thick on the original. And here's the mats. I should have took them out the package. Official GM licensed product. Well, let me take them out the package. back ones, it ain't got nothing wrote on it. But the front got the Monte Carlo SS. It said remove new product from box, lay flat and pop contours back into place. Allow a few hours for product to relax back into a proper shape. Check material for accuracy. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let it sit out for a while. Let me form this transmission hump up. Then we're gonna let it sit for a while. Then we'll put it in the car and go from there. Also, the mats, they also made by Auto Custom Carpets as well. But I just got them from Monte. I was gonna get the orange, but I couldn't find none with the orange and red design. So I decided to just get the black because the interior gonna be black and orange anyway. So I think that'll be a good look. And most folks, well, some folks, they'll put the old carpet on top of the new and just trace it out, but I'm not gonna do that. Trace out all the stuff they need to cut out, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna lay my hands in the car and go from there, so I know it'll be right. We got the carpet somewhat laid in place where it needs to be. We're gonna let it sit for a few hours, let it get its form back from being stuffed in a box from shipping. Then we'll come back out, start shaping everything up. This is actually the day after I decided to let it sit out here overnight. Now we're gonna stretch the carpet out. You see that gap up there where you see the kill mat? We need to close that. So you want to start in the middle on your transmission hump. So we'll have to pull this up as far as we can get it, and then we're gonna trim out around that. That should close that gap there. And all our holes that we need to make, we're gonna wait and do that. We're just gonna fit the carpet first around the edge. Make sure we get all the way up here as far as we can get it. What was taking me so long on my center console, I had to cut this out because he had some gauges coming through it. So I had to cut a hole out for that in order to slide my carpet up. That's what was taking so long. So now I can pull it on up in place. From this part up here, I didn't even have to cut anything. I just slid it up under the vent here, put it on up above the gas pedal. Over here, I'm gonna have to cut. I cut a piece off the old carpet just to get my shape. It's for around the wire harness there. I'm gonna do that once I do this center part. I don't want to do that first because if I do that first and not have my center lined up, I'm gonna be all off. So I got my center console going right here. So I'm gonna have to cut. It's a spot here, also a box here. That's where the center console mount at. I'm gonna take my Sharpie, somewhat draw around it. It don't gotta be perfect because it's gonna be covered up by the center console. sure it's wrapped around my edge pretty good. Then I got these mounts for my seats. These here. I'm just gonna mark it with my marker, my Sharpie. Where I need to cut it. There's one here. There's one there. Here and also here. But I'm gonna make sure it's wrapped around somewhat to my contours before I mark it. See a mark here, mark there, here, and here. And the easiest way to get these circles here, because if you try to do it with a box cutter, you're gonna have frays and loose ends. What I got here, I got an old soldering iron. I took the tip off, make sure it's hot. Once you get it hot, you can just put it on your mark. Perfect circle. See my holes? Now I got that, but I got my seat belt control. I got to cut out also the seat controls. I'm just gonna cut a slit here for the seat controls, also up here for the seat belt control. Here's my slit. It should be big enough where I can slide this through. Hopefully. If not, I can just cut it a little bit bigger. I'm trying to do it with one hand, but there you go. Also, there's some holes here for the seat belts, but I don't think I'm gonna use the original seat belts. I'm gonna use the ones for the Camaro, and they got the seat belts attached to the seat rail. So I'm not gonna cut that hole out. Then once I get all this down in place, I got this area back here that I had fabricated for my rear seats. Same thing with this here. I'm gonna cut a slit so it'll just fall in place. I think I got this side all cut out. I'm not gonna trim the edges till I finish all of it. I'm just gonna move to the other side and do the same thing. Alright, what's left? I got the seat belt hole here on each side. Press everything down. Then I get my Sharpie and mark it. Take my soldering iron, make me a perfect circle for it. Now only thing left, getting my edges down and trimming it out along the edge. I decided not to trim this here out yet. It's gonna be the last thing I do, probably after I put the seats in. I'm gonna make sure the carpet's settled in place first, because I hate to trim this out. Then it's settled, then I won't have enough for my door seals to hold it down. So I'm gonna do that last. But I'm gonna put the mats in and show you what it look like with the mats in. Here's the mats up against the carpet. Now I get ready to grab my seats, put those in. Y'all stay tuned for the power seat swap that I did. That video will be coming up next.
From the ground up, we never stop. Right from the